Hello, welcome everyone. So we have done almost 89 questions, okay, including all the subtopics, and now we are doing some extra questions. We can say just practice exercise, okay. So we will start with this. The first question is as follow: the number of values of p for which the equation p square minus 3p plus 2 into x square minus p square minus 5p plus 4 into x plus p minus p square equal to 0 possesses more than 2 root is. So first, if you recall the topics, means if the teacher have taught you, you must have just noticed that it is telling that you have more than 2 roots. What that it signifies? It just signifies that we know that the power is 2, so it should possess almost 2 roots. But in this problem, it is telling more than 2 roots, means it is identity. And what is the basic condition of identity? So we are solving this question number 1. It is telling, so we should get means on the short you should click that it is an identity. And what is the condition of identity? All its coefficients are equal to 0. Okay, so we will just equate p square minus 3p plus 2 equal to 0 minus p square minus 5p plus 4 equal to 0 and p minus p square equal to 0. Okay, now let's just means what is our main motto? Our main motto is just to get the p values and just take an intersection of where intersection of all three conditions and check out which p is same, and the p which is same we will take it as our answer. Okay, so we are solving each of them and just finding the value of p. And this question is very easy. If you have seen my all the problems which I have done earlier, this question is means very easy. And when we solve this, just multiply it by minus and then it will become square minus 4, sorry, p minus 4 and p minus 1 0, and this it will be p into 1 minus p, and just if you equate it will become p equal to 1. So here from all these we by taking intersection it is clear that from all this problem the only value which satisfy all three conditions to be a equal to 0, b equal to 0 and c is p equal to 1. So our answer is b first. Okay, moving on to second question. The second question is saying the roots of the equation b minus c into x square plus c minus ax plus a minus b equal to 0 are. The four options are given as follow. But in such problems where they give means we have solved such many problems, and this problem we have already done. If you remember, this type of problem are repeated mostly, and the main thing to spot in such questions is that the alphabet are in repeated order, like b minus c and then c minus a and a minus b. It should make you click that the one root is just try to put x is equals to 1. Then it will automatically give that b minus c plus c minus a plus a minus b, and it will see this here b is cancelling out b and c is cancelling out c. And what does it mean? It means that x is equals to 1 is a root. Now we got one root. Now we can apply the product of the root, and here the product of the root is very simple because one root is 1. Okay, so the other root will be a minus b upon b minus c. Okay, and which is that option? A minus b. Okay, b is the answer. Moving on further, the third question: if alpha and beta are the roots of the quadratic equation x square plus px plus q equal to 0 and gamma comma delta are the roots of x square plus px minus r equal to 0, then alpha minus gamma into alpha minus delta is equal to 0. In such questions, just try to get sum of the roots and product of the root for each of the equation, then try to clarify what it is given, means simplify what it is given. Like either here they have given alpha minus gamma into alpha minus delta, so just try to first simplify it. Okay, let me just get some of the roots and product, so our one task is done. Okay, so we are done with this. Now we are moving on further. We will simplify this which we need to find, which is alpha minus gamma into alpha minus delta. And if you know basic mathematics, it is quite simple. it is just alpha into delta and gamma into alpha and plus gamma into delta. Okay, now after simplifying this, what we are getting? We are getting alpha square minus gamma plus delta. We are taking alpha common. Okay, I am taking it here, and gamma into delta. Now after this you should click that there is some relation we need between alpha delta and alpha gamma and delta and alpha and beta, and from where we can get that. So if you observe clearly, it is telling that alpha plus beta is minus p, whereas it is on the same time it is telling that gamma plus delta is minus p. So these problems are very easy, but I have taken it to boost up the confidence. So it is automatically, it means alpha plus beta is gamma plus delta. Okay, if you just put this value, what do you get? You get alpha plus beta, just replace gamma plus delta by alpha plus beta, and then what you are getting, just put it alpha square minus alpha beta. Now if you check the equation, you know each and every value. So alpha square will cancel out, and alpha into beta is minus q plus gamma into delta is minus r. Okay, so we will just take the minus out, and q plus r is our answer. Which is that option? Okay, C is the answer. So we are moving further. The question number 4. The question number 4 is telling that two real numbers alpha and beta are such that alpha plus beta equals to 3 and mod alpha minus beta mod equals to 4. And then alpha and beta are the roots of the quadratic equation. We have to we have to form the quadratic equation from the given condition. And for that you should know the basic properties of means squaring and just manipulations, means basic manipulations which are taught in solve examples. I have told you, the solve examples are quite easy. If you solve if you solve 55 questions of solve example, such questions will become easy for you of that book. So it's not from that book, it's separate problems. After some time I will cover that book. Okay, so it is question number 4 and I am solving it. Now we have sum of the roots. Okay, now we have difference of the root. Listen, there are two approaches which you can use to solve this root. First, if you have solved many problems, you must have experienced that alpha minus beta is under root d by a. You can use this to solve this. Otherwise you can go by simple approach which tells just square that alpha plus beta square minus 2 alpha into beta equals to 4. Now just think if you have solved, means you should know this value alpha square plus beta square. It can be written as alpha plus beta the whole square minus 2 alpha beta minus 2 alpha beta, here again it is present. So we will just simply put on the values and just move on. It is 4 alpha beta equals to 4, and when further we put the value here, 3 is given, 3 square minus 4 alpha into beta equals to 4, and it is telling 9, and we will move on 4 there, 4 alpha into beta, it is 9 minus 4 equals to 4 into just let me think, it is right, it is 16, sorry, it will become 16, okay, sorry, it will become 16. Okay, so when we subtract 16 from 9, and here we have 4 alpha into beta, we are getting minus 7, right? And here minus 7 by 4 is our product of the root, so we got product of the root. Now we got the sum of the root and we got the product of the root, so just try to put these values, okay, and just get the required equation, which is 4x square minus 12x minus 7 equal to 0. Which is that option? So B is the option, I guess. No, B is not. A is the option. A is the answer. So let's move on. Question number 5. The question number 5 is telling if a comma b comma c are integers and b square equals to 4 into ac plus 5d square, where d belongs to natural number, then roots of the equation ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0 are. Okay, so just if you just think for the roots, we must know the nature of the root, which can be only known by discriminant. So just try to find the discriminant, which is b square minus 4ac. Okay, now v square value is given, just put that value, 4 into ac plus 5d square, okay, minus 4ac. Now you can clearly see that it is cancelling out 4ac and it is 20d square. Okay, but the trick part is here, you will surely tell that it is greater than 0, and means it is the basic thing which you can realize, it is greater than 0, as square terms are always greater than equal to 0. Now but the options are rational and different, irrational. Now how the nature of, means how can you predict the, means what kind of nature will the root have, means it will be under the root, and you can means by seeing, means by observing, you can tell that it is irrational. It is not forming a perfect square, so it is irrational. So if it is irrational, so which option is correct? A is the answer. Okay, we are moving on further. Question number 6. Let a, b and c are real numbers such that 4a plus 2b plus c equal to 0 and ab is greater than 0. Then the equation ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0 has real roots, imaginary root, exactly one root, none of this. Okay, so first thing you should come to know that here it is telling that you don't think that this equation is similar to ax square plus bx plus c, where if we put x is equal to 2, this equation will become 4a plus 2b plus c equal to 0. So which is equal to 0, and when such conditions are possible, such conditions are only possible if x is equals to 2 is a root. So we got one thing. Now for the nature of the roots, means roots are real, non-real, we should know only one thing, d nature we should know. Okay, for finding the d nature, just check. D is b square, means 4b square minus 4ac, 16ac. Okay, 16ac you got 16ac. Okay, now b square 16ac, it is 4b square minus 16a, just keep it and just put c. You can put c instead of c, you can replace it by minus 4a plus 2b. So just replace it here by minus 4a plus 2b, it will become 0. Just move out the minus and just add on it, so to remove, so that you can nullify the silly mistakes which mostly happens in problems. Okay, so 4a plus 2b, here we got this, and now further it is 4b square, 16 4 is 64, a square 16 is 32ab. Okay, so we are done with this, and what we are getting is 4b square plus 64a square plus 32ab. Now it is positive, but how this term they have already given separately that a plus b is greater than 0, which is telling him that d is greater than 0. So real roots. Okay, real roots. If they have asked that real and distinct, what will be the condition? The condition should be that if we will find the other root and just check whether their signs are opposite or their products are different, just by checking, means some product of the root should be less than 0 or negative, like that. Okay, moving to question number 7. Question number 7, let me read. The question number 7 says, which of the following graph represent expression f of x is equal to ax square plus bx plus c, where a not equal to 0, and when a is greater than 0, comma b is less than 0 and c is less than 0, which graph is possible? Just think again what it is telling. For the nature of the graph, what should we know? Sum of the roots is minus b by a, right? And product of the root, what it is? C by a. Okay, now it is already told that b is less than 0, so what we can take, it is greater than 0, while product of the root, both are positive, it is greater than 0. Now these two things we have done. Now for the graph nature, what we can tell? No, it is negative. Sorry, it is negative. C is negative, so it will be negative. Okay, and for the graph nature, what we have to take discriminant nature, it will telling b square minus 4ac. Okay, we know c is negative, a is positive, so this term will become positive. What does it represent? It represents that it will have real and real roots. Okay, now how we will check where it will cut the y-axis? For that, put f of 0. What it is coming? It is coming c. F of 0 c. Okay. It will cut at some c point. We don't. It is negative. They have given it is negative. Okay. And now let's just add on all the conditions and draw the graph. It is telling two roots, and whose multiplication is negative, means they will cut at opposite signs. Their signs will be opposite. What does it mean? It means that one root will be on this side, another root will be this side. Now the other thing, f of 0, it represents the intercept which it will make with x-axis. What does we get from that? and it is negative, means it will cut somewhere down the x-axis. Okay, we got this thing also. And now we have D positive, or it is upward facing parabola, so it will be like this. Okay, and after this, which option is correct? Okay, B is the answer. Moving on, question number 8. The expression y is equals to x square plus bx plus c has always the same sign as of a if the conditions are for AC. Now the conditions, it is a theoretical question more. Okay, we have a less than 0. Okay, means if a, just take this, a greater than 0 and d less than 0. What does it represent? F of x is greater than 0. Okay, f of x is greater than 0, f of x is greater than 0, and while in the same thing, if a is less than 0, okay, a is less than 0 and d is, here also d is less than 0 and f of x is greater than 0. A sign will be different and it will be greater than 0 or d less than, okay, d it will be f of x less than 0, f of x greater a less than, okay, it will be f of x less than 0. Okay, now in both the things, no, wait, its sign will be same. Okay, now what is the basic condition? D should be less than 0. Okay, in both the conditions, so we will just apply it. It will represent b square minus 4ac. Okay, it is less than 0, so b square is less than 4ac, and which option is the correct? B is the answer. Okay, so B is the answer. Now we are moving on to 9th question, which is telling if a comma b belongs to R and a not equal to 0, and the quadratic equation ax square minus bx plus 1 equal to 0 has imaginary roots, then a plus b plus 1 is. Okay, so we were on question number 9. The question number 9 says if a comma b belongs to R and a not equal to 0, then the quadratic equation ax square minus bx plus 1 equal to 0 has imaginary roots, and then a plus b plus 1 is. Okay, so here it is telling imaginary d will be less than 0. Okay, now d is less than 0, so f of x is greater than 0. Okay, f of x is greater than 0. If we put x is equals to minus 1, so what we will get? It will be a plus b plus 1 greater than 0, so it is positive, so a is the answer. Okay, now we are moving on to question number 10. Question number 10 says if a and b are the non-zero distinct roots of, then the least x square plus ax plus b equal to 0, then the least value of x square plus ax plus b is. Okay, we have to find the least value. For that, we have two roots a plus b, and which is the sum of the root is minus a, and similarly product of the roots a into b, it is b. So a equal to 1 we got, and from here 2a plus b equal to 0, so b equals to minus 2. From this we got. Okay, so now what we have to find the least value of this. How can we get? Just if we try to make it perfect square, then the job will be done. It is telling x minus 2 0, x plus 1 by 2 the whole square minus 2 minus 1 by 4, okay, equal to 0, and if we do this 8 minus 1 upon 4, which will be inside 9 by 4. Okay, and here it will be x plus 1 by 2 the whole square, and its minimum value can be 0, so least possible value will be minus 9 by 4. So we got the answer, it is C. Now the other way to solve, we just find the d value. At d value is the least value, we consider it as f of x is equals to, which is minus d upon 4a. So I just did the simplest thing which I have learned from that book. So I am just applying the Singh's book concept, nothing much extra. There are many approaches to such means easy problems. Okay, now question number 11. If y equals to minus 2x square and minus 6x plus 9 plus minus 6x plus 9, then a maximum value of y and it occurs at x is equals to 2. So we have to find the maximum value of y. Now how we will solve it? We will try to make it a perfect square, which we will do mostly in many problems, and it is 3x plus 9 minus 9 by 2. Okay, we have done this. Minus 2 we have taken common, it will become x plus 3 by 2 the whole square, and here it will be minus 9 by 2, and here it will be minus 9 by 4, and it will become minus 27 upon 4. Okay, which is okay, we will multiply it by 2, then it will become 27 upon 2 minus 2 into x plus 3 by 2 the whole square. Now its value can be 0 at the most, so its minimum value will be 0 at the most. So the final answer will be 27 upon 2. Okay, 27 upon 2. 27 upon 2, and when we will further move on, 27 upon 2, so we got the minimum value. The minimum value is 27. Okay, the minimum value is 27 upon 2, and where it occurs, y equals to 27 upon 2, and now we have to find, and here when it will occur at x is equals to minus 3 by 2, which is minus 1.5, and it is 13.5. So which is the answer? C is the answer. Okay, now question number 12. Question number 12, we are doing question number 12. It is telling the number of the integral solutions of x square plus 9 greater than 3x plus 3 the whole square, and greater than means it is between 8x plus 25 and x square plus 9 is x plus 3 the whole square. Okay, so we have to find its number of integral roots. Okay, so we will just break it into cases. Case 1, where x plus 3 the whole square is greater than x square plus 9, and we just open it, it will become 6x, okay, plus 9 greater than x square plus 9, and here you can clearly see it will be greater than 0. So we got one condition from case 1. Second condition from case 2 we will derive, which will be again 6x plus 9 less than 8x plus 25. Okay, if we solve it further, it will become x square minus 2x, okay, minus 16 less than 0, and if we find out its root, 16, okay, its root will be x is equals to 2, its root plus minus under root, okay, 4 minus, it will become plus 64 upon 2, and which will be 1 plus minus 68, 68, wait a minute, let me do it first, 68, and just take it, 68 will be 2, 3, 4, 2, 1, 7, okay, it will become 1 plus minus under root 17. So we got x is equals to 1 plus minus under root 17 as our answer, and it will, so what we will get, it will belongs to 1 plus under root 17 to 1 minus under root 17 to 1 plus under root 17. This is the answer we will get by solving this inequality. And how many values lies between this? If we take it 16, okay, if we take it 16, just it will lie 0, 1, it's 4, 3, it will come, okay, 4, 5, here it will becomes 4, 5 also come, okay, 5 answer, C is the answer. You can calculate and just check which numbers lie, and it is greater than 0, so we will not take its negative part. Okay, I am just taking the positive parts. Hope you can understand such small things. I don't need to just explain these small things. Okay, if both the roots of the quadratic equation 2 minus x and x plus 1 equal to p are distinct and positive, then p must lie in the interval. Okay, so we will just 2x, we will solve it just by opening minus x square minus x equals to p. Further on we will just subtract it, it will become x square, here it will become x, and after going there it will be minus x minus 2 plus p equal to 0. Now we got this distinct and positive root, so d should be greater than 0. When we will apply this, what we will get? 1 minus 4 into p minus 2 should be greater than 0. 1 minus 4p plus 8 greater than 0, and after this 4p is less than 9 and p is less than 9 by 4. P is less than 9 by 4. Okay. Now other thing. What is the second condition? What is if both of the roots of the quadratic are positive, then positive are positive. Okay. Now let's just take its sum of the root and product of the root. Sum of the root, both are positive. Then 2 minus p. Okay. 2 minus minus 2 plus p should be greater than 0, so p should be greater than 2. Okay, so p will belong from 2 to 9 by 4, so b is the answer. Okay. Moving on to question number 14. Let me read the question. The question is as follows. The equation pi x equals to minus 2x square plus 6x minus 9 has no solution, one solution, two solution, infinite solution. Now such problems we have already dealt with, and such problems require comparisons. Like we have done one problem we have dealt, which was, I even remember the numbers, which was 10 by 9 the whole key power x equals to some quadratic equation. Now let's just see it. Pi by x, what it is, exponential function, it will be positive, while this 2x square plus 6x minus 9, just check this here. If we take it to here, it will become, let me not take it to, just take it minus. Okay, it will become minus 6x plus 9. Okay, and it will 36 minus 4 9s are 36. Okay, 4 9s are 36. Let me check it. It will be 3, sorry, it will be 3. After taking 2 common, it will be 3. It will be 9 minus 4 9 is 36. I'm doing very big mistakes today. Okay, it is negative. If it is negative, then it will be greater than 0. F of x, this f of x will be greater than 0. And if it is minus, then it will be f of x less than 0. But it is positive and it is negative. Such conditions are possible, and they are saying it is equal. So such conditions are not possible. So it has no solution. No solution, which simplifies that A is the answer. Okay. Now question number 15. If A is greater than 0, B is greater than 0, C is greater than 0, then both the roots of the equation ax square plus bx plus c. Okay. Okay, have negative part, real part, have rational numbers. So just check D. D is b square minus 4ac. Okay, we don't know anything about this. Okay, sum of the root will be greater than 0. Okay, and product of the root will also be greater than 0. Okay, product of the root will be greater than 0 as all of them are positive. No. It will be minus b by a, and but it should be greater than 0 as then both the roots of the quadratic equation. Okay, we have to find minus b by a is product of the root, and c by a. Now c by a is greater than 0 and minus b by a is less than 0, because it is negative, and b is greater than 0 and a is less than 0. A is also greater than 0. When such conditions are possible? When such conditions are possible, just think. If they both are negative, then it will become positive. But it is telling it is negative, means one of them is, both if one negative, then such condition become negative. Okay, so such condition will only possible if they both have same negative parts. So B is the answer. Hmm. Now moving on to question number 16, which says the set of all solution of the inequality 1 by 2 x square minus 2x greater than 1 by 4. Okay, so just we will try to solve it. We can I will identify this step which I am doing. It is basic, which everyone get clicked in their mind, which is taking it 1 by 2 the whole square. Okay, now after this comes the tricky part, which is x square plus 2x. Okay, and it will to the power minus 2. Okay, now you can equate it minus x square plus 2x less than minus 2, and x square minus 2x minus 2 greater than 0. Now what we have to find, just find a. Okay, a will x set of solutions, right? 2 plus minus under root 4 minus plus 8, it will become 8 upon 2. It will be 2 plus minus upon 2, it will become 12, and it will do 12, it will become, okay, it will become 1 plus minus under root 3. Okay, so it is approximately 1 plus and between 1 minus. So which part, let me just plot this part. Okay, it is still greater than 0. We plot it 1 plus under root 3, 1 minus under root 3 here, and plot 1 plus under root 3 here, and it is minus infinity and it is plus infinity here, and it includes both parts like this and this. And but in option, which part we have, which part do we have? It is telling 1 to infinity. Okay, 3 here, 1 plus, it will include 1, it will not include 1 plus, it will include something. This answer is wrong, C is wrong, but D it will include, so D is the answer. Sometimes you don't get same answer, but you have to just see which option suits the best for your answer. So D is the option which suits best, because it includes 3 by infinity, which we also include in our answer, which is 1 plus under root 3 to infinity. Okay, moving on further, question number 17. Consider y equals to 2x plus 1 upon x square, where x is real, then the range of the expression y square plus y minus 2. Such problem we have already dealt. I have told you that in such questions we multiply it by y, and just where x is real, they are given, we have equate d greater than equal to 0, right? Now, but the tricky part here is, it is telling you not to find the range of y, instead it is telling you to find the range of y square plus y minus 2. So how we will approach? First we will find the range of y. Do the same thing which we did in those problems which we have already did, which is multiply it by y plus y x square is equals to 2x. After this we will just do this minus 2x plus y equal to 0. Okay guys, after this what we will do, we will x is real, so d should be greater than equal to 0. After doing this, 4 minus 4 y into y should be greater than equal to 0. So 1 minus y square should be greater than equal to 0. So y square minus 1 should be less than equal to 0. Y minus 1, y plus 1. So y belongs to minus 1 to 1. Now we got this. Now we will just try to tackle this. Okay, it is telling y square plus y minus 2 is, we have to tell its range. Can we break it? Yes, we can break it. It will be 2y minus y minus 2. It will become y plus 2 and y minus 1. Okay, so y minus 1 and y plus, that will be, let me check. Y belongs to, we have y equals to minus 2 and minus 3. That is telling y belongs to 1 to 2, which is not true. This option is not right. we know that, and we have to find. Now wait, y d max d y we will find its y value, which is minus d by 4a. Okay, so d it's d, it is minus b square 1 minus 4 into a into c minus 2 upon 4 into a, which is 1. Okay, 4 into 1. Okay, so 8 9 minus 9 by 4 we got. Okay, and y minimum will be at minus b by 2a, which will be minus 1 upon 2, but it is telling minus 0.5 minus 2 into a and parabola is parabola is upward facing parabola. Okay, so it will be minimum value, so this will be minimum value. Okay, and which is minus 9 by 4, we got the minimum value, and we know it belongs from 1 to 0. So just try to find the value. Let's try to find the value at f of 0, which will be minus 2. Okay, and its max value is 1. If we try to put 1 plus 1 minus 2, it will be 0. So at f minus 1 it will be 0, while at f of 0 it's minus 2, which is beyond our limit. So the answer will be C. It will belong from minus 9 by 4 to 0. First, what we did, we just find the range of y, which is minus 1 to 1. Second, we just tried to solve it, but it was no point. We did this means it was useless. What our main point was, just checking it, what kind of parabola it is. It was upward facing parabola. Further, we know it is upward facing parabola, so its minimum will lie at minus d by 4a. We calculated that, and so there was no doubt that its minimum will be minus d by 4a. Further, now we wanted to find the maximum value, so I just tried by hit and trial method by putting the values between minus 1 to 1. So in minus 1 we got 0. Okay, and 0, but I thought that moving on further at 0 I will get some value, but while at f of 1 I get minus 2. At f of 1 I get minus 2, which was beyond our limit, so I just find the final value 0, which is the max value. Okay, so C is the answer. Now moving on further, question number 18. The value of k for which the equation possesses at least one positive root. Positive root means it is upward facing parabola. Positive root means if both the roots are greater than 0. What are the conditions? F of 0 is greater than 0, minus b by 2a, which is here, which is greater than 0, d is greater than equal to 0. These three are the conditions. Okay, now what further you can think? This greater than 0, positive root. Okay, and this is case 1. Okay, this is case 1. And in case 2, what we will do in case 2, if it has only one positive root, means its one root is greater than 0 while the other is not. So with such condition 0 will lie in between, and such condition what is 0 is less than 0, f of 0 is less than 0, such conditions. So we will solve by case 1. First first we will develop the cases of case 1. F of 0, which is k plus 5 greater than 0, which has k greater than minus 5. Okay, put it 1. Minus b means 2 into k minus 1 upon 2 will into a, which is 1. 2 will cancel out, and it is greater than 0, so it will become less than 0. Okay, k is less than 1. Okay, we got this second condition. Third condition, d is greater than equal to 0, which is 4 into k minus 1 the whole square minus 4 k plus 5, which is greater than equal to 0. Okay, so 4 will cancel out. It will be k square minus 2k plus 1, and it will be k minus 5 greater than equal to 0, and it will be k square minus 3k minus 4 greater than equal to 0. Now if we just wait, let me check. Okay, it will be 3, and okay, we'll get it by 4k minus 4 greater than equal to 0, and k minus 4 into k minus 1, okay, greater than equal to 0. And here from this we will have k belongs to minus infinity to 4 to 1, union 4 to infinity. We are done. Taking intersection of all the cases, just plot the points. We need 1, we need 4, okay, we need any other point, 5, okay, minus 1. It is telling it is greater than minus 5, okay, we are done. It is telling less than 1, we are done. It is telling it is between minus infinity to 1 and between 4 to infinity, okay. After doing this, what we are getting? So what we are getting here, k belongs to, where is the maximum part? In taking intersection, k belongs to minus 5 to 1, okay. Now k belongs to minus 5 to k belongs to 4 to minus, k is greater than minus 5, okay, k is less than 1. Here we have both parts same, and here it is, the other part is different. These two parts are same. We have done some mistake, or what? K plus 5, okay, possesses at least one root. F of 0 should be greater than 0, okay. F0 greater than 0, so f of 0 means k plus 5 greater than, k is greater than minus 5, okay. For me it is getting minus 5 to 1. Here this part is coming same, right? Here these two parts are also coming right same. They both are going there, and here these two are same, and these two here are same. So this will not be right. It will be minus infinity to 1 union. Here it is included to 4 to infinity. Okay. Now we will check for the case 2, which tells f of 0 is less than 0, which says k plus 5 is less than 0, k is less than minus 5, okay, k is less than minus 5, so k belongs to minus infinity to minus 5, k belongs to minus infinity to minus 5, okay. So on taking intersection with these two, what we are getting? We are getting, we have done some mistake again. Okay, it will be plus 1, and here it will be minus 1, so it will become minus 1, okay. We have done a mistake. So on taking union, we are getting what answer? We are getting k belongs to minus infinity to minus 1 union 4 to infinity. So B is the answer. It should be included less than 1. Okay, less than 1. Sorry, it is here less than 1. It will be here less than 1. So it will be here, so this point will be also included. Okay, we have done some mistakes in these problems, but the answer is right. The final answer is right. Okay, so moving on. Question number 19. Question number 19 is if 6x square minus 5x minus 3 upon x square minus 2x plus 6 is less than equal to 4, then the least and the highest value of 4x square. Okay, first let's just check its nature, what it is. Its nature is 4 minus 4 into 36, 6. okay, which is 36, which is 24. Yeah. 24, and it is less than 0. What does we conclude? It is always positive. It is always positive. So it is always positive, so we can multiply it. So after doing this, we can do this step, which is quite obvious. 4x square plus 8x, okay, 24 less than equal to 0, and this we will multiply with 0. Okay, so we will just simplify it. It will become 2x square, it will become plus 3x, it will become 27, and this. Okay, now we have to find the number whose multiplication is 54. Okay, whose multiplication is 54, and on subtracting it's 3, which number? 9. Okay, 9 6 are. Okay, 2x square, 9x minus 6x minus 27 is less than equal to 0. So what we are getting? We are getting x plus 9 by 2 and x minus 3. Okay, as our root, so x belongs from 9 by 4. It will be approximately 2 point. Okay, 9 by 4 to 3. Okay, both are included. Now what is x square? No, there we are still some mistake or what we are just checking. 6x square minus 5x, so we have done 9x 6x square. Okay, 2x square, 9x minus 6x, 2 minus 3x, okay, 3. Okay, so what we are getting from here, the minimum value means the minimum, we have to find the minimum 4x square. On squaring it, what we are getting? It is 9, and it is 81 by 4, so 81 by 4 to 9. When we multiply by 4x square, 36, 81. So but we know it's here in between this, its minimum value, which its minimum value from where it can lie. Okay, let me think. Sorry, it is minus 9 by 4, and when we square it, it will become 81 by 4 and 81. But here, when x belongs to this, there will be at some point where minus will lie, means 0 will lie in between these two. So if we put x is equals to 0, then it will be the minimum value, while its max value is 81. And you know that in this square, if we take any values negative also, like negative 3 and here positive 4, it will just be 0 to 16 like this. Okay, but if it is greater than, then it will convert like this. So you must, these things are taught in inequalities, you should know. Okay, I cannot teach here. Okay, so the answer is A, 0 and 81. Question, we are moving to question number 20. Question number 20. Okay, the question number 20 is like this. Let condition C1 and C2 be defined as follows, where C1 is b square minus 4ac greater than equal to 0, comma C2 is a minus b, comma c are of same sign. The roots of ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0 are real and positive if A, both C1 and C2 are satisfied, B, only C2 is satisfied, only C1 is satisfied, D, none of this. Now what should we do? So we have done. So question number 20, what should we do? Both C1 and C2, which conditions should satisfy? So from this we can check in question number 20 that b square minus 4ac are real and positive, so it should be greater than 0, right? And now a, b, c, if some of the roots are minus b by a, so it is greater than 0. Why? Because b is negative. Now alpha into beta, and here c and both are positive, it will also greater than 0. So both c1 and c2 are satisfied. Okay, both C1 and C2 are satisfied. So A is the answer. Such condition can only be occur if both C1 and C2 are satisfied. Now, if the roots of the equation x square plus 2x plus b equal to 0 are real and distinct and they differ by at most 2m, then b lies in the intervals. This is the same question which we have did in the single solutions of 89 questions of exercise. So I am writing question number 21. Okay, it is telling real and distinct. So first condition, d is greater than 0, which is 4a square minus 4b greater than 0, a square b, so b is a square, b is less than a square. Okay, now the second condition is alpha minus beta, which is at the most 2m. Okay, so it perfect square is alpha plus beta square minus 2 alpha into beta equal to greater than equal to 4m square. Okay, now what we can write this? We can write this alpha plus beta the whole square minus 4 alpha beta minus 2 alpha beta will be there, and it will add with minus 2 alpha beta, and it will become 4 alpha beta. Okay, 4m square. Now we know it is alpha plus beta. Alpha plus beta is minus 2a. Okay, minus 2a the whole square minus 4 is equals to b less than equal to 4m square. Okay, and it will become 4a square minus 4b is less than equal to 4m square, and if b cancel out, 4 a square minus b is less than equal to m square, so a square minus m square less than equal to b. Okay, so b is greater than equal to this, so b belongs to a square minus m square to b, where b it is not included. So no, sorry, a. So what is the answer? A square. So b is the answer. Okay, b is the answer. Moving on to question number 22. If the roots of the quadratic equation x square plus px plus q equal to 0 are tan 30 and tan 15 respectively, then the value of 2 plus q minus p. So sum of the roots, tan 30 plus tan 15 we know. Okay, and what we can write it? We can write this tan 30 plus tan 50. Okay, you must know trigonometry based formulas, tan AB formula, which is tan 30, it is question number 22. Okay, 30 plus tan 15. Okay, 1 minus tan 30 into tan 15. Okay, so it will become 45. It will be 1 minus product of the root. What is the product of the root? Q. And what is the sum of the root? It's minus p. Okay, and what minus p, we will move q here, and it will become minus 1 equal to 0. Now what we want? 2, so we will add on and subtract on 2. So minus p, here we add on 2 and plus q, it will become minus 3 equal to 0. So 2 plus q minus p, it will be equal to 3. So 3, where is 3 is the option, so A is the answer. Okay guys, now question number 23. It is telling that if p1 minus p is the root of the quadratic equation x square plus px plus 1 minus p equal to 0, then its roots are. So just we will just put x is equals to 1 minus p. Okay, so 1 minus p the whole square plus p into 1 minus p. Okay, plus 1 minus p equal to 0. Okay, just take out 1 minus p common. So what will be left? 1 minus p plus 1 equal to 0, and here it will become 2. So p equal to 1. P equal to 1. The left thing will be x plus 0 equal to 0. So x into x plus 1 equal to 0. So x is equals to 0, comma x is equals to minus 1 are roots. So what is the answer? Answers are C is the answer. Okay guys, C is the answer. Question number 24. Question number 23 we have done. 24, this was 23. The value of x and y besides y can satisfy the equation x comma y belongs to real numbers. Okay, so we will try to make a quadratic equation in x. So it will become minus, we will take count the 4 plus y into x. Okay, then y square minus 4y plus 16 equal to 0. We are done with this. Okay, and then we will take d greater than real number d greater than equal to 0. Okay, and it will become 4 plus y the whole square minus 4 into y square minus 4y plus 16 greater than equal to 0. So 16 plus 8y plus y square minus 4y square plus 16y, 16 for 64 is greater than equal to 0. Okay, it will be minus 3y square, it will become 24, and it will be minus 48 greater than equal to 0. Then further it will be y. Okay, and we divide and multiply by 3, it will become 8y minus plus less than equal to 0. Now we want 16 and plus 2 into 4, it is perfect square, y minus 4 the whole square 0. So y equal to 4 is the solution. Okay, so we put y is equals to 4 to get x value. So put y is equals to 4, which will be x square minus 4 x plus 16 minus 4x plus minus 16 plus 16 equal to 0, and here these two terms will cancel out, and here it will left one will be minus 8x plus 16 equal to this term is also becoming a perfect square. Okay, and here x is also equal to 4. So these terms are 4 comma 4, so which is B is the answer. Moving on further, question number 25. For what value of a and b the equation x raised to 4 minus 4x cube plus ax square plus bx plus 1 equal to 0 has 4 real positive roots? Okay, for that we know summation alpha, which is 4 by 1 4. Okay, summation alpha into beta will be a. Okay, or summation alpha into beta into gamma will be alpha plus minus b. Okay, plus negative plus minus plus. Okay, and the last thing is alpha beta gamma delta. I am assuming that it has 4 roots. Okay, so it will be 1. Now further we have done this. Now the last thing which will be that now all 3 terms multiplication is 1. Okay, and here all 3 terms summation is 4. This will only be possible is if alpha is equals to beta equals to gamma equals to delta equals to 1. Okay, so the 4 positive real, so we got the roots. Now what is its a value? Now a's value summation alpha into beta, what it can be? It will be 4 times addition of this term. Okay, so no, alpha into beta, beta alpha into beta, beta into gamma, gamma into delta, delta into alpha. Okay, sorry, it will be 6 times alpha. Alpha beta gamma delta, we got this alpha beta, we got beta gamma, we got gamma delta, delta alpha, alpha gamma, we didn't go alpha gamma, and alpha delta we got beta delta, beta delta we didn't got. Okay, it will be a, so 6 will be a. Okay, so we got 6. Now summation alpha into beta positive. Okay, so it will be 6. Now the last is b, it is minus. Okay, alpha into beta into gamma, so it will be alpha into beta, alpha beta gamma plus beta gamma delta plus gamma delta alpha plus. Okay, so the rest thing will be gamma alpha beta gamma, again it will repeat. Alpha beta gamma we are done, beta gamma delta we are done, gamma delta alpha we are done, equals to minus b. Okay, now there will be one more, alpha gamma delta, it will be here 4 terms will come, right? Alpha beta gamma, alpha beta gamma delta alpha, Okay, gamma delta alpha. Okay, so here four terms will come if I'm right. Here four terms will come: alpha, beta, gamma, delta. Three terms. Here four terms will come: alpha, beta. Wait, alpha, beta, gamma, delta, alpha. Okay, will be delta alpha beta and equals to minus b, so minus 4 will be b. So we got answer D is 6 comma minus 4 is the answer. Okay guys, so we are moving on to the last part. Okay, which will be 26. If alpha comma beta are the roots of the equation this, then the value of a alpha cube plus beta cube, we can write this as alpha plus beta into alpha square plus beta square minus alpha into beta. This is basic mathematics. After this you will write b by a, and here you will write alpha plus beta the whole square means b square by a square. Okay, minus 2 into alpha beta means 2 into c by a, and then here you will again write c by a. Okay, and further b by a, it will become, I have just did this fast calculation because we have did it many times, so it will be b square 3c. Okay, if I multiply here by a, it will become a square. Okay, now further if we multiply this here, it will become minus b cube minus 3c b a upon a cube. Okay, with minus sign outside. And which option is this correct? It will be C option. C is the answer. Okay, moving on to question number 27. If x is real, okay, if x is real, then question number 27 we are doing. If x is real, then which part can take all real values if? Okay, so we are doing this. It is telling x is real, we will take it equal to y, which will be x square minus x plus c upon x square plus x plus 2c. Now we'll multiply with it will become 4x square plus yx plus 2cy equal to x square minus x plus c. On further it will become y minus 1 x square, y plus 1 x, and 2cy minus c equal to 0. Now x is real, so x is real. Okay, so d should be greater than equal to 0. So what we will do, y plus 1 the whole square minus 4y minus 1 into 2cy minus c should be greater than equal to 0. Further y square plus 2y plus 1 minus 4 into, it will become 2cy square minus cy, this will become 2cy plus c. Okay, and here it will be greater than equal to 0. Then y square plus 2y plus 1 minus 4 into, means it will become 8cy square, and it will become plus 4cy, it will become plus 8cy, and it will become minus 4c greater than equal to 0. Now let's solve it, and this will be 12cy minus 4c minus 8cy square. Okay, and plus 2y plus 1. Okay, y square. Now let's try to, then this 1 minus 8c into y square plus now what we can do further, it will be 2 plus 12c. Okay, 2 plus 12c into y plus 1 minus 4c greater than equal to 0. Okay, now can take all real values. Now if it is greater than 0, then d should be less than equal to 0 of this. Okay, so we will apply this. So 2 plus 12c the whole square minus 4 1 minus 8c into 1 minus 4c should be less than equal to 0. So we will try here, it will be 48c plus 144 into c square. Okay, on this we will take 4 4 will move out, it will be 1 minus 4c minus 8c plus 32c square. Okay, less than equal to 0. From this we will do 1 plus 12c plus 3 are 12, 6 are 24, c square minus 1 plus 4c plus 8c minus 32c square. Okay, now we will cancel out this, it will become 4c square, and this will become, it will become 12, 12, 24, 24c, and 1 will cancel out, it will be 0. c we can eliminate 1c and by divide by 4, so it will be c plus 6 less than 0. So c will be less than equal to minus 6. C will be less than equal to c will be less than equal to minus 6. Okay, c will be less than equal to minus 6. C equal to minus 6. Okay, let me check. 4 we are done with the here it is this, and it is c should be less than equal to minus 6. Now d is equal, wait, the y is belonging to x or r. Okay, now c, okay, c can take all real values if c belongs to what less than equal to, okay, less than equal to, okay, oh sorry, we will do this, not this, we will do solve it by this. We will take c common, it will be c plus 6, okay, less than equal to 0, and then plot this point 0 minus 6, and then it will be minus 6 to 0. Okay, so c belongs to minus 6 to 0. Okay, so we got the answer b is the answer. Okay, so now second question number 28, we are doing question number 28. बंद कर दे भाई, बंद कर दे. If alpha and beta are the roots of the equation ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, then the equation whose roots are 2 alpha plus 3 beta and 2 alpha and 2 beta is, okay, we need its value. So when we do sum of the roots, it will become 5 into alpha plus beta, while when we do its product of the root, it will be 2 alpha plus 3 beta into 3 alpha plus 2 beta. Okay, it will be 6 alpha square, okay, into 2 to 4 alpha beta plus 9 alpha beta plus 6 beta square. So we will move 6 alpha plus beta the whole square, this, and it will run 13 alpha into beta. Okay, now we need to this value we can easily get, which will be 6 into alpha plus beta means b square upon a square. Now minus 2 into alpha into beta will be c by a, okay, plus 13 into c by a. Now if we do this 6b square upon a square, okay, then the root, sum of the roots we are doing, okay, and then product of the roots. Sum of the roots is easy, it is 5 minus b by a, okay, and the product of the root is minus 12c by a, and here it is 13c by a, which is in the final is 6b square upon a square plus c by a. So we got this. Now you can calculate the root by just putting the values. There is no further need to solve this question. Okay, we are moving on to the last question, which is the set of values of this for which is positive. Okay, so here 2x minus 1, okay, it's real means it is greater than 0. Okay, 2x cube plus 3x square plus x, okay, now is positive. So if we 2 minus 1 here, if we take x common, 2x square plus 3x plus 1, okay, greater than 0. 2 we need 1, okay, so we can do it 2x square plus 2x plus x plus 1 greater than 0, 2x minus 1 upon x, and here from this what we can get, here 1 by 2 will be there, 0 will be there, and here its root, if we simplify it will be x plus 1 and x plus 1 by 2. Okay, so here will be minus 1 by 2 also, 0, and we need positive, negative, positive, negative. Okay, so x belongs to -1 by 2, -1 by 2. Wait, we need here, if we move out with 2 to okay, we are doing it 2x plus 1. Okay, 1 by 2, which is -1 by 2, positive, negative. Okay, positive, negative, greater than 0, 2x minus 1 by 2. Okay, so we will be 0 union will be -1. Okay, -1 will also be there. -1 will also be there. Positive, negative, positive. Okay, positive, negative, positive, negative, positive. Okay, now we are getting 1 by 2 greater than, okay, x belongs to -infinity to -1 union 1 by 2 to 0 union 1 by 2 to infinity. Okay, so what do we find here? -infinity to 1 by 2, we are getting this right, 2x square plus 1, 2x plus x. Okay, x plus 1 to x plus 1, x plus 1 by 2 x. Okay, 0 minus 1 by 2, -infinity to, which is the option which matches most with, let me wait, we are doing some silly mistake or what, let me check. It is 2x minus 1 upon 2x square plus 3x square plus x. Now as a set of all real values of x such that is positive, means it is greater than 0. After this, okay, what we will take here 2x common, it will become 2x plus 3, it is cube, it will be 2x square plus 3x plus 1, and here 2x minus 1 will be as it is, like that. Now if we break this 2x square plus 3x plus 1, how can we break it? We can break it at 2x plus x plus 1. It will become x plus 1 or x plus 1 by 2. Okay, 1 by 2. Now here 2x minus 1 upon x into x plus 1 into x plus 1 by 2 greater than 0. Let's plot all these points. 1 by here it will be 1 by 2. Okay, we have 0 also, we have -1 also, and -1 by 2, it's -0 point, -1 by 2. Okay, and here it is infinity, positive, negative, positive, negative, positive. X belongs to -infinity to -infinity to 1 by 2 to 3. Set of all real values of x is equal to, then set S contains x belongs to -infinity to -1 union 1 by 2 to 0 union 1 by 2 to infinity. This should be answer. Okay, but it's not matching with the option. I think there are some errors in the option. Okay, this is the answer. Okay, bye, see you.